And joining me now to speak more about this attack is the National Coordinator of Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Emmanuel Onwubiko. Good to have you join us, Mr. Onwubiko. I want to start by getting your reaction to the incessant attacks we have seen in Imo State, and just recently the one in Governor Hope Uzodima's house, and the controversy that has also trailed who might be responsible for the attack.
Okay. Well, it's quite unfortunate that these violent attacks have happened and are happening in the south and the southeast of Nigeria. And the security forces don't seem to have a clue regarding who are the characters that are behind this obnoxious act. These are violent acts targeting strategic national security assets and operatives of security forces in the southeast of Nigeria. And it goes to show that the country has a lot to do in the area of investing substantially in capacity building of the members of the security forces in the area of intelligence gathering, because a country as big as Nigeria, and a country that has experienced war before, and a country that has also fought terrorists for about 10 years now, it is expected that Nigeria should have good enough functional intelligence gathering mechanisms in place to be able to pin down each of those crimes that are happening all across the country, in order to really go about checking the menace and arresting the perpetrators and the sponsors of these atrocious acts targeting parts of the country. So I think it's something that is very unfortunate. And secondly, there is a problem regarding how our security forces jump into conclusion on the people or the group or groups that are responsible for this series of attacks without conducting thorough forensic and very elaborate investigation that is science-based and not basing their conclusions on hearsay. So I think that is the reason why they are finding it difficult to have a handle on this series of violent attacks targeting security operatives in some parts of the country, especially in the southeast and yes.
Mr. Onwubiko, one of the challenges here is that at this point, people are really getting worried, and people are getting to the point where they are numb. Sometimes when you say there have been attacks in some parts of the country, you just realize that people are no longer as sympathetic as they used to be, because right now everyone is simply numb. It looks like an everyday situation, something that people hear every other day. There's something about insecurity. What do you really think? Because you've talked about intelligence. This is not the first time people have talked about intelligence gathering or interagency collaboration. Is this really about not knowing what to do, or just really about the willingness to do what should be done?
I think it's entirely in the hands of government. Government must provide the enabling environment for the ordinary citizens, the commoners, to have this sense of belonging, to have this citizenship, patriotism, to have this kind of, this is my country, by the way. The federal government needs to actually put in place policies, measures, and initiatives that will ensure that no part of the country, no citizen of Nigeria, begin to experience doubts regarding how the government look at those classification of citizens, whether they are first-class citizens or class citizens. The reason why I'm saying this is that in the last 5 or 6 years, the nature of appointments into the national security architecture, the agencies of the federal government that are in charge of internal security, there is a distortion, there is a disrespect for the constitutional norm, constitutional provision that spells out the federal character principles. If the government gives the impression that it's only a particular set of people, a particular ethnic origin and a particular religion that are supposed to take care of the internal security of the country, then you are creating a lacuna. I mean, you are now telling some parts of the country that they don't actually belong. So what the government needs to do is to restructure and re-strategize. You need to balance the in terms of appointments, the operational heads of these internal security agencies that you have in the country.
All right.
You need to have, you need to have you need to respect the federal character principle so that you bring
Mr. Onwubiko,
on board from different years.
All right, I'm sorry I had to interrupt you because we do have to go on a break. But thanks for talking to us. National Coordinator, Human Rights Association of Nigeria, Emmanuel Onwubiko, thanks for talking to us.